Hello there, everyone. Welcome. We are the Renegades, and it's just me and Wyndham right now. And yeah,
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
I'm eating orange cookies.
So, yeah, orange cookies. They're delicious. So, anyway, what we were asked to do, what you are reading in the video title, this is Batman, Master of Fear official trailer. So, this is actually a mini-series that is being made by another channel. This channel is called Red Fist Productions. So yes, Red Fist Productions. They are doing this. They're doing this project, and it is a mini-series that invokes the feel of Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. At least according to everything I'm reading here. We're trying to go for the feel of the animated series and the Mask of the Phantasm, and they wanted to do kind of similar in that style, the timeless look, and they also came up with a villain called Nightmare, who is actually known. He's actually shown here to be kind of a next step in the evolution of the Scarecrow, and actually from everything I've read, I'd be very interested in the series. I'm actually probably going to show this to Micah and everyone else later on. The reason why I'm doing this is Wyndham. Well, one thing, Wyndham is awesome, and she's well aware of Batman and the Batman mythos, and I wanted to show this with Micah and Ben and everything, but unfortunately they were unable to be here right now because of prior commitments, because of jobs and everything. So we will give this a watch, and we will see what the Batman Master of Fear is all about. Let's get this on screen. Okay.
A little button makes it so much easier.
Oh yeah, these buttons are just like. I love this, by the way.
It's like bing
Elgato
bong, bing
Stream
bong.
Deck. Yep, love this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very. Oh, hold on. Didn't mean to do that. Let's rewind and
All right,
restart. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Okay, so training. Red Fist.
Commissioner Gordon, in the last month, 10 police officers have been killed. Is Gotham City safe?
You know, if the mayor can do everything in his power, then what are we still doing here?
And I promise you that I, Roman Siones, will do everything in my power to stop the terror of the Black Mask and any other terrorist that threatens the city.
Come now. I thought you would be smarter than this.
Huh. Okay. So we got a quick look at Nightmare.
Other terrorists that threaten
Let's
the
see.
city.
So
Is that Nightmare? Yeah, go back because it showed it so quickly.
Terror of the Black Mask
yeah.
and any
So
other
a little bit
terrorist
of
that
fight
threatens
going
the
on
city.
right there, and then Nightmare.
Come now. I thought you would be smarter than this.
There he is. Okay. So
Okay.
it's pretty good design. I like the
Yeah.
design of the mask. It's I was gonna say the multi-layering on the leather that they've done is really, really good.
Yeah, yeah. I will say I kind of wish, especially in this shot, that you couldn't see the strap.
Well, the strap, that's one thing. I mean,
I understand. I'm saying in the reveal shot in your trailer, I think they should have used a shot where you can't see the strap. I don't think it's a big deal in the series itself if you see it, especially in a few shots. But just speaking aesthetically, as like, I just think that makes it almost crafty looking, and I saw that first because the lighting in this shot is focused on this. As someone that is into cinematography and videography,
I see
my eye is drawn to that. My eye is not drawn to the detail of this mask.
No,
The fear of this character, it's drawn a little bit to that. But overall,
get
it
that.
is a well-designed character. I just wish this shot was done lit a little differently.
Well, for me, I think if the strap complements the look, like for instance, just like Lord Humongous from Mad Max, the Road Warrior, the second Mad Max movie. the straps that went along the back of his mask showed the how tight they were drawn in, and it actually added to the look.
Well, definitely
of just the intimidating
but,
hockey
but
mask.
that's the thing is, I'm not saying showing straps are bad. I'm saying it looks like an elastic band.
So you're saying for the first introduction, they should have done
of the series that they want people to take seriously, because they obviously put so much work into it.
Oh yeah, and you can tell that's what they're doing.
And the thing is, maybe when he turns around, it doesn't look like that.
Probably, yes.
Maybe, and so maybe it's not a big deal. I'm just saying, first shot of a villain, you're lighting your elastic mask on the side of his head. Costume department.
Well, I think one thing they're wanting to save, because I think this is just the first trailer. They're probably going to release more in the future, so they're wanting to pull back on like showing the complete full details.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I'm just saying, I'm here trying to, and I want to be positive about this series, because it's obviously put a lot of work into it. So I'm not just dissing this series. I'm dissing this shot.
Yeah,
no.
Well,
And not even the shot. The fact that they use that in the trailer, I'm kind of going, and maybe it's also just where I'm sitting in the lighting. Thing is, if you're trying to get a bunch of people to take your villains, your costuming, all this work seriously, and then it looks like you're just putting this mask on your main character with an elastic headband that's bending his ear. Do you see it bend? It's bent over his ear. I was just saying, I wish maybe his head could have been tilted a little bit, or like they could have color corrected it in post to not have the lightings. I'm just saying.
Well, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, and they could have had it facing more, or maybe they could have done like a silhouette. Yeah, you don't even have to necessarily show your villain. Yeah, not yet.
I'm just saying, when you're trying to show like convincing costuming. Overall, whenever you introduce this series, I will say, and this makes me, I'm not trying to sound like I'm up my own ass, I promise, but because I have experience with acting and also with camera work, I've auditioned for several things, submitted my headshot and my resume and stuff to several things, and there have been a few series that people have actually sought me out for. And whenever people are trying to be like, hey, will you check out, like even people trying to get me to check out their YouTube channel, you get it. People have probably sent you YouTube channels like, check out my channel.
Yeah.
That's this part of it. When people send you their work, a lot of the time, even though we want to be nice and say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is a level of professionalism that you need to look out for and make sure that people are doing this correctly, because you don't want your name attached to trash, basically.
Well, yeah, you want to pull back on the reins to a certain degree to give some sort of measure.
Exactly. So sometimes when you were like, oh, people are making this new web series, I didn't know what to expect. All we knew was what it was about, and they wanted to do Batman, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, which I love Batman.
I know nothing about, I know about Batman, but I'm saying I know nothing about the series that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I love Batman. I love superhero things. I also love people creating web series and using YouTube as a forum, like, to put their art out there. I think it's awesome. I love YouTube miniseries. And then we started watching it, and I was kind of like, wow, like they put a lot of work into this. Mm-hmm. It's well done. It's well shot. My only complaint about the entire trailer, I would say is this. I would say also, I think the font, if you go over to the font of the actual, that font itself, I feel like could use a little.
Well, I was going to say, this is Scarecrow we're dealing with, and truth be told, this looks more of a to me, the font feels a little more
Aladdin.
Well, not Aladdin. Well, not Aladdin. I feel more along the lines of this is more. They're more dealing with the League of Shadows here. They're more dealing with.
Yeah, I could see that, but I'm thinking of Aladdin.
Well, Well, truth is,
Aladdin.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have the context of Nightmare as a character as a whole.
Yeah.
Maybe this font fits in more with him as he is in the series. But for me, Nightmare, the way they base upon Scarecrow is visceral with his presentation. You know,
Yeah.
it's pure fear.
Yeah.
And there's nothing pretty about it. There's nothing artistic.
This is a little flouncy. It's a little flouncy. Again, it makes me think of Aladdin, kind of like a swishy kind of Arabian Nights type font a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, especially the A's and everything.
Yeah, actually there's a little flash. There, I missed it. Dang.
No, I saw it. I saw the flash.
Yeah. You have a little more detail of the mask and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see what you mean.
It's so, I mean, other than I wish that you guys would find a kind of different font.
Well, at least it ain't Comic Sans like everyone else uses. Oh my
gosh. Yeah, at least it's not that. I mean, at least, you know, you guys get props for that. But you know what? I feel like if this series becomes really big, I feel like you guys could probably work with the talented graphic designer. And I know several people that they design their own fonts for specific projects. And it's pretty cool. But you know, I would say different font. And I mean, coloring looks great. The lighting on this looks really, really well done. The lighting on your fonts and everything looks awesome.
Also the 3D depth is really good on it as well.
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Fighting and choreography of your fight scenes is awesome. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Sound design, as far as I can tell, sounds good. Everything looks well shot. It doesn't necessarily look like they have a lot of color grading, but I don't necessarily think it needs it.
No, well, if it's shot good naturally, you don't really need color grading.
No, I'm just picky. I like color grading a little bit.
No,
sometimes
I do too.
I color grade everything, and sometimes I do a little bit too much, and then it turns out looking real cheesy and kind of like a 90s music video, like Evanescence or something.
Oh,
like early 2000s, like the extra green Evanescence. And I'm like, oh, I got to be careful I don't channel that.
Yeah,
so I mean, again, I don't necessarily think everything needs color grading either. I'm a little bit of an addict.
It's imperative that you make some things pop.
Yeah.
But truth is, the feel that they said they're going for was that along the lines of the Batman the Animated Series, and which it didn't really have the biggest. Okay, you know what the biggest thing about that series was? It was drawn on black paper.
Wow.
It was drawn on black paper, so black was the most important. The shadows were what the most important
and I could
thing.
see them using shadows a lot here. But I would say, you know, I mean, they could have probably bumped up the contrast a little bit, especially if they're going for that animated kind of like specific look. I'm not saying that you need to be all, gosh, I can't even remember the movie right now. The one that's kind of almost all, Sin City. I'm not saying you need to be Sin City, but, you know, a little contrast is, I love a little bit of contrast there. But, again, overall, really well shot. It looks like they're doing a really good job picking their actors, and their characters are really well developed. Looks like it could possibly be written really well. We won't know until the web series comes out. This is just the trailer. So for all we know, that could be the best bit of dialogue, but it seems like it's well written. Seems like they put a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
The fight scenes that we saw, again, choreographed really well, shot really well. It seems like you guys didn't cut any corners.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. The truth is they're doing a lot of really good. I mean, and they're doing good with what they're good at, because from what they said, they're stunt oriented crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they focus a lot on the stunts, which truth is I'm seeing that more and more. Sorry, I had a sneeze coming. Sorry about that. But I'm seeing that more and more now, and with movies like John Wick. You see, John Wick, the directors of that film are seasoned stunt coordinators. And what they did was, and here's one thing that I think they're kind of the cure for the tropes in modern day like action films. You know, because you know how a lot of action is in a lot of these films is it's really close up. It's so like jumpy and everything.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bunch of cuts and a bunch of edits and everything, and you know, just to make the fight feel like it's suffocating. Which to some degree that's good, but to truly enjoy the choreography and everything, stunt people and you know who are running the show now. You know, David Leitch and Chad Stahelski are the two that did John Wick, are pulling the camera back. They're pulling the camera back, and they're letting you see the full extent of the choreography.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's what we're going to get with this, because truth is, seeing the full action of the actors and seeing the execution of the choreography is, to me, something that I think a lot of films have lost.
That's true. I would say it could be commendable. I also know sometimes that when you do kind of, I guess, go back and get to see kind of everything in full scale. What's it even called? I'm tired right now. What's it?
Widescreen?
Yes, widescreen. When you get a wide, go wide. That's what it's called. Okay,
Yeah.
When you go wide with your shot, when you have choreography, sometimes it can be a breath of fresh air. It can feel like you're really getting to see how talented they are in the movement. You can get the feel of a scene. Sometimes it can also be monotonous, because you're just sitting watching people punch at each other for 5 minutes, and there's not a lot of excitement, and you don't really like hold your breath necessarily if it's not up in their faces shot. So I mean, it could go either way.
Yeah, I get that, and I think it depends on the commitment of the of the stunts and everything. Which I noticed this. There were several films I've seen where I could tell I was watching a movie fight scene.
Yeah.
And then there are some films I watch, and it's just like, this is a fight. This is a literal fight. These guys are trying to kill each other. And you see, it's all about the weight of the context of the fight.
Yeah.
You see, the weight of the context can be something minimal, like Jean-Claude Van Damme runs into a bar. He bumps into some redneck, and the redneck is just like, "You spilled my beer," and fight scene exists. And it's just like it's an empty fight scene. There's no context that really delivers weight to the punches that are being thrown, to the kicks that are being thrown, and to the overall outcome of the fight. Yeah. Now you see, and then once you have the good context, you get the good choreography, which is what you got in John Wick and everything. Yeah, I mean, everything can mesh up to be awesome, because it's just like the context of there was the Bourne Ultimatum. Did you ever see it? Okay.
I know the movie. I haven't actually sat down and watched all the Bourne movies.
Okay, well, in the Bourne Ultimatum, there's a fight scene where the context is just so heavy, because it's a chase scene. There's a chase scene going on, and Bourne's trying to catch up to this assassin who's trying to kill his associate. Yeah. Who knows where he knows where they are and everything, and Bourne he's like doing everything he can to get there. He gets there just in time, and they proceed to fight, and the fight's very choppy and very jumpy. Yeah. Now to me that. When I first saw it, I was just like, "Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good fight scene choreography." Going back and watching it again, I wasn't as engrossed. Whereas when I watched the stuff with John Wick, I go back and I see things I didn't see before. Yeah, because it's multi-layered. Everything's multi-layered, and when you multi-layer everything up, it just. I mean, it can just
I could see that, and I could see context and getting like a feel for it. But I mean, it was touched on a little bit. In a few episodes, I watched some Red Letter Media. Do you watch them?
Yeah, I've seen some Red Letter.
Some Red Letter. Okay, so I can't remember the name of this particular director right now, but he's kind of like almost a king of B movies, and he loves the genre. He directs them, he produces them, he stars in them.
Bruce Campbell?
Does he have the long hair?
No. Bruce Campbell, it's a joke. Bruce Campbell's like considered king of the B movies. He's the guy from Evil Dead.
Oh, okay. Who's the guy with the really long hair? He was just in their most recent. Hold on, let's find out.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds like the video that we watched earlier, the history of everything.
Well, that's actually from History of Japan. It's like, and the Dutch, they come in, they're selling guns and pottery, and Jesus.
You see, it's like their most recent release, Best of the Worst.
But
let me try and see who's on here. Len Kabasinski.
Okay.
Anyway, so Len, and he has a really good perspective because he studied martial arts, and he does like different fight scenes and everything. And he goes, okay, on one, and they watched all these ninja films with Len, And Lynn was like, okay. And they were bad because, of course, he's on Best of the Worst. And Lynn was like, okay, first of all, he goes, in this scene, I know that they're exhausted because it's a 5-minute fight scene. And as someone that understands choreography, this is beautifully done. He said, but it is not beautifully shot because the entire thing is wide. And as someone that is watching a film, I am bored. Is what he said. He said, someone that has experience with choreography, stunt choreography, as well as martial arts, I'm engrossed. Someone watching this film, I'm bored because it was not well shot. So I would say some of it is context, some of it is wisdom and understanding your shot.
Yeah.
I think it's both. So I don't know. I mean, I thought, again, everything in this I thought was really well done. My only complaints are the one shot with the strap.
It's nitpicks and stuff like that.
Exactly. And the thing is, guys, if I'm getting so nitpicky like that, it's because I have faith in this show and I have faith in what you're producing because. And I know some people are going to be like, man, she's a bitch, but like if I critique you in a positive way and I get nitpicky like this, it's just because I'm wanting your show to be the best that it can be. Because it looks like you guys are going to really try hard. And
going all out on it.
You're going all out. And it seems like you have a lot of potential. And I think that you're going to get a following on this. If you keep up with it, you make sure that you keep the same amount of effort throughout and you have a really good script and you've got actors that you have complete faith and trust in. And if this got big enough, I might be writing them and being like, hey, so you need a little redhead Wyndham Rice to come be in your show.
You need a Poison Ivy or Harley Quinn.
I don't know if I get. Well, I feel like I don't know if I'm much of a Poison Ivy. I feel like you need to be more of a seductress. I feel like I'm more Harley because at least she's kind of bouncy.
Well, that's true.
I'm not like, hello, I'm Poison Ivy.
It's like, hello there.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. No. Yeah, that's not me.
Okay.
Yeah, but thanks for sending us this.
Absolutely.
And other people, again, I mean, we get stuff from other people asking us to look at their content a lot, but if you make quality content and you reach out to us and you really want a reaction for a release,
yeah.
Contact this guy. I mean, you can contact me. You can contact me as well. You can contact us through the Discord. You can contact us through what else?
Yeah, our business email, which is in our main channel. You can also just well, I'd say our business email would be the best place to do to
conduct business. It seems very professional when you conduct business. Whereas
Discord, that's more for along the lines of requests from our fans and everything. Which feel free to submit that as well. But yeah,
because I have a business email as well. People haven't really reached out to me much just because it's newer.
Yeah.
But I have a business email as well that you guys can reach out to, and that's on my channel.
Well, it's just like that's just like me. I mean, I've had this one for God knows how long, and it's just like ever since now the YouTube channel's been picking up. It's just been like, hey, so we want to talk to you, and I'm just like, okay, I'm like okay,
yeah.
I'm glad to talk.
I have one that I got specifically for YouTube, and also like acting and everything. I got one specifically for that, and then I've got one that's personal that goes to my phone. So the Wyndham, it's like Wyndham Rice Inquiries or something as opposed to just my name, but like those specifically go to one folder, and I go check that once every few weeks. If you guys write me and I don't write back right away, it's because I haven't checked it. But feel free to like send me another message somewhere saying, hey, I wrote you an email, go check, and I'll be like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, this makes me excited. It makes me excited for the future of YouTube. Makes me excited for future content that people that like our channel will put out and ask us to look at. And that means that we get to be some of the first people that view content, which is pretty effing cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. And I love that. I love that idea.
And we are super supportive of the arts.
Oh, yeah.
Super supportive. I mean, look at this wall,
Of course, yeah, look up here. Yeah, which, again, thank you, Gabriel.
Exactly. Yeah, we're super supportive of the arts. Me being, I mean, we're all into film, obviously. But me helping, like, create, like, I'm, again, into videography, photography, filmography, and acting. And, like, my background doing all of those things, I love this stuff. I love independent film. I love indie film. I also love B films. Like, I love them in general. And so the fact that people are taking it upon themselves to create something that doesn't necessarily follow the rules of Hollywood,
yeah.
you know, I think it's extremely refreshing.
I think so too. I mean, honestly, my thoughts on Hollywood are just like, you know why Hollywood was founded, right? Hollywood was
for unions.
Well, actually, Hollywood was founded to escape the patents that Thomas Edison had on all video making equipment.
Oh.
And they wanted Hollywood to be for the artists, to tell stories and all this and all that. But
then it became, well, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with unions. Unions are actually very, very helpful, especially for artists. Yeah, they're helpful for actors, because I've done union work. I've done union work, and it was definitely helpful to make sure that you got fair wages, to make sure that you got fed on time. When you work with people and you're outside of the union, you basically are agreeing that they can treat you however they want and feed you whenever they want with however much money they want to give you. And so when you work with indie budgets and indie directors, that's what you run into, is they can kind of do what they want. Like, you don't necessarily have rights unless you fight for them. Whereas union, I go up to my union rep and I go, hey, this happened on this set. And they go, okay, we're going to go get them.
Well, there you go.
So unions can be good, but it also causes a problem for anybody trying to break into the industry that isn't already in it. That's the problem that you get into.
Well, there you go.
People trying to break into the industry. Trust me. I've got so many friends that are like actors or want to be actors, and
they're just like, what do I have to do? What can I do? What can I say?
Exactly. Like me, I would love to be doing more acting work right now. I actually had to turn off my backstage account just because I was, I've just been traveling, and honestly, I've been behind the camera so much this year, actually in front of it a little bit with my YouTube channel. Like, my YouTube channel's kind of taken my focus, as well as like work, traveling for family. I've got like a move that might be coming up in the future. And so all of that's kind of taken all my attention, and so I haven't been able to focus on acting as much. I really miss it. If a project came up, that'd be really cool if more people like saw and they were creating a project and they were like, hey, Wyndham. I would love to work with people on different stuff, because I miss it. I really do. I haven't gotten to focus on that in a while. So I've been photographing people. I'm actually photographing a wedding this weekend.
Well, there you go. I mean, you're staying busy. That's the number one thing.
Definitely. It's frustrating. Not even frustrating. I would say kind of sad. It's like almost like a melancholy type thing, where you're like sad, but there's also like a tinge of like nostalgia to it, and kind of like, oh, but I'm not like super bummed.
Yeah.
About the situation.
I can see you bummed. You're just like
I'm like, I miss it. I know, but it has nothing to do with like not being fulfilled in other ways. It's just, missing something that you like.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can say. Do you have any other thoughts on this?
Not really. I think we've said a good amount. I mean, we've been going for almost 30 minutes.
Fist of some Red Fist?
No, Master of Fear.
No. The channel.
Red Fist Productions. Yes.
Red Fist Productions is their channel.
I will have a link to the original video and also to their channel down below.
We don't have annotations anymore, do we?
No, well,
yeah, YouTube
no annotations, but we do have cards.
YouTube got rid of annotations.
We do have cards up, and cards are good. But I still miss annotations. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old school.
So maybe some cards, and then also links down below.
Yeah. So if you want to check that stuff out, feel free to. Also, don't forget to check out our various other endeavors, and also Wyndham's channel, which...
Check out my channel. I'm almost at 4,000 subs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost at 4,000, which is awesome, because I think my goal for 2017 is 5,000.
So there you go. You're all ready.
Almost halfway there.
Yeah. Almost halfway, yeah.
Almost halfway, and it's halfway there.
Whoa!
Living on a prayer. If I could go that high with my voice, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that'd be awesome, because it's not even halfway through the year. It's only May.
Well, I was going to say, we'll do everything we can to help you out. And if you all want to check her out, feel free to do that.
Or check me out right now.
Or check it out. Yeah. So just like, yes, Wyndham, yes, of course. That's perfect. No.
Vogue.
All right. Let's try it again. All right.
I am a Wyndham robot.
Well, once again, everyone, thank you all for tuning in. Check out Red Fist Productions. All links in the description down below. And don't forget to check out our stuff and Wyndham's. We will see you later, everyone. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.